What's up, guys? It's your boy Zowoki back out with some more of the Chris Watts and Nichol Kessinger's videos. This one's going to be kind of like a two-part kind of video, where one side is going to be Nichol Kessinger possibly using, I know, dark things, just because I want to touch on it, and again, for those that do believe into that kind of stuff. But then the other side is going to be parts where I was thinking about this, and I think I know exactly why CERVI 319 was the destination chosen for this tragedy. And it might actually make you think and give you a head scratch. So, with that being said, before we go any further, if you could do me a solid favor and subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting that white bar icon down at the bottom right, hit that bell icon next to it, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that little ring notification that Zowoki myself has posted that video, and then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, I thank you guys so very much for that continued love and support that you guys show on my channel every single day. I'm truly blessed to have every single one of you, and hopefully we'll hit that 100K goal one day. We are going to be watching also a timeless mystery video of the find out if Nichol Kessinger used dark magic to influence Chris. Obviously, we talked about her doing some weird stuff in the basement, the weird drink that she gave Chris and she didn't drink herself, her talking to her booty guru the day of the murders. And we're going to be talking about not my theory, but my opinion of why I said why quite a bit. Chris and Nichol chose the CERVI 319. I'd like to know if you guys agree with it as well. But first, we're going to watch this video and see if there's anything else we can learn from the dark stuff that Nichol Kessinger was into. We obviously knew she was into certain things. She was into crystals. Not saying crystals are dark. They can be also good. But there's a dark side to things, and there's a good side to things. She was doing some weird stuff in the basement, which I would love to get into that basement and like see if anything was left over, residue of a circle that might have been made, and so forth. And I do remember that they were saying it smelled of incense at some times when they were going through the place and so forth. So let's take a look at it, talk about this video, and then afterwards we're going to talk about what I think, and in my opinion, about CERVI 319 and being the destination choice for the unfortunate tragedy. So let's take a look.
To the brutal murders of his pregnant wife and 2 young daughters, he mentioned something that left investigators and the public uneasy. In a moment of chilling candor, Watts referred to dark things happening at Nichol Kessinger's home. What did he mean by that? Was it a vague reference to something more sinister at play? Could these dark things have directly influenced him in ways we might never understand? Strangely, this statement was never thoroughly investigated, leaving a haunting gap in the narrative. Today, we're going to delve deeper into the mystery of Nichol Kessinger, her alleged involvement with dark practices, the Ordo Templi Orientis, a secretive elite society steeped in occult rituals, and whether or not these dark things had any influence over one of the most disturbing family annihilations in modern history. The idea sounds outrageous, but today we'll explore the accusations, the facts, and the chilling possibilities that have kept this case shrouded in an eerie mystique. Welcome to Timeless Mysteries. Please like and subscribe as we uncover whether these rumors are fact or fiction. Nichol Kessinger was from South Dakota and moved to Colorado hoping to build a new life. Known to have an adventurous spirit, she otherwise led an ordinary life with the usual ups and downs. It's said she had a fascination with New Age practices. Rumors began swirling that dark magic was somehow part of her life, but was it
she that day at her workplace called a not booty specialist, but like a magic booty practice person. That was an older gentleman. Why would she call them? Creepy. She called a few other people, but yeah, she called the SCX magic guy, which is kind of weird, but let's continue.
The truth. Adding to these layers of speculation was the claim that Nichol Kessinger had a spiritual advisor. While having a spiritual advisor is not inherently suspicious, it has fueled rumors that Kessinger was involved in more esoteric and sinister practices. Some have even suggested that she owns a New Age shop where she might have engaged in practices like tarot card reading, crystal healing, and other forms of modern-day mysticism. However, there is no credible evidence to suggest that Kessinger ever owned or operated a New Age store. The idea seems to be more rumor than reality, likely born out of the public's need to explain her connection to Chris Watts' crimes. It's important to remember that millions of people consult spiritual advisors, tarot card readers, and fortune tellers every day without any nefarious.
But when you're doing some weird stuff in a guy's basement that you're dating, with some friends in hooded cloaks, and you're giving your man a drink, and you're not participating in that drink, it's a little suspicious.
Intentions. Even if Kessinger had been involved with such practices, it would not necessarily connect her to something as secretive or sinister as the Ordo Templi Orientis. The OTO is not just a...
We touched on this very briefly because I don't want to get my fingers or whatever into this because it sounds like some stuff. So
another secret society. It has deep roots in dark rituals, arcane knowledge, and a pursuit of power that goes beyond the material world. Founded in the early 20th century, the OTO emerged as a fraternal and religious organization with deep ties to esotericism and the occult. These teachings are heavily influenced by the works of Aleister Crowley, one of the most infamous occultists of the 20th century, who claimed to have unlocked the secrets of the universe through his exploration of ritual magic. Crowley, often referred to as the Beast, is a figure who conjures both fear and fascination. His writings, including the Book of the Law, laid the foundations for Thelma, the spiritual philosophy that underpins the OTO's teachings. While Crowley did not write the Satanic Bible, that was Anton LaVey, he did explore dark and controversial themes that some have equated with Satanism. Crowley's works often delve into concepts like the left-hand path, which emphasizes the pursuit of individual power and enlightenment through unconventional and often taboo means. OTO rituals often involve complex ceremonies designed to invoke spiritual entities, channel hidden energies, and unlock the deeper layers of the human psyche. Some of these rituals, especially those...
Why can't you just see what's good on Hulu or Amazon Plus, or Prime Video? Why do we have to do all this weird stuff? Can't you just be normal?
Associated with sex magic are shrouded in secrecy that is meant to harness primal forces for personal and spiritual gain. These practices have led to the OTO being misunderstood and feared by outsiders as inherently evil or even satanic. The OTO is known for its strict hierarchical structure, with members advancing through various degrees of initiation, each one revealing deeper and more esoteric knowledge. The highest degrees of the OTO are said to grant access to the most powerful rituals and the deepest secrets of the order, knowledge that remains elusive to all but a select few. Rumors have even circulated that there is a secret handshake or some other sign used by OTO members to recognize one another, and that these could be used to exert influence or to protect fellow members from legal scrutiny. Some conspiracy theorists have speculated that such a gesture could have been used to ensure that Nichol Kessinger was not properly investigated by the police, despite her close involvement with Chris Watts. However, it's crucial to separate fact from fiction. While the OTO is indeed an organization with a focus on occult practices, there is no credible evidence that Nichol Kessinger was ever involved with it. The OTO may be a secret society. It is also very, very selective, typically attracting individuals who are wealthy, powerful, or influential. Kessinger, by all accounts, was an ordinary woman. There is little reason to believe that she would have been invited into such an exclusive order. The idea that Nichol's father gave detectives some kind of secret handshake and used his influence to manipulate the investigation into Chris Watts' crimes is nothing more than a conspiracy theory. There is no evidence to support the claim that Kessinger or her father had any connection to the OTO or any other secret society. These rumors are just that, rumors born out of a desire to find an explanation for the unexplainable. While the myth of Kessinger's involvement in the OTO and dark magic is easily debunked, there remains a darker and more insidious form of power at play: psychological manipulation. This is a form of influence that doesn't require ritual or magic. It simply requires a deep understanding of human behavior and the ability to subtly control the thoughts and actions of others. Psychological manipulation is about knowing what to say and how to say it in a way that makes the manipulated individual believe that the ideas and actions were their own. By suggesting a course of action that aligns with the person's already existing desires or fears, you subtly reinforce those ideas until the person acts on them, believing it was their choice all along. This type of influence can be incredibly powerful and is often used unconsciously by those who are adept at reading people. It can be deadly when combined with the fragile mental state, as was the case with Chris Watts. It's always crucial to strip away the layers of myth and focus on the facts. Nichol Kessinger may not have been a witch or a high priestess of some dark, secret order.
A good manipulator.
She was a woman who made terrible choices that may have contributed to one of the most horrific crimes in recent histories. The failure to thoroughly investigate these dark things that Chris Watts mentioned only adds to the confusion, but the lack of credible evidence should be a reminder to focus on what we know rather than what we fear. I realize that these answers may not be the truth you were hoping for. The truth is much more mundane, but it's also far more tragic. This is only the beginning of a much larger discussion. You will not want to miss what I have in store for you all next time on Timeless Mysteries. Thank you for joining me today at Timeless Mysteries.
So the reason why I wanted to talk about Survey 319, because we talked about before that there's different surveys that were around the area, Survey 16, there's another one, what have you, and so forth. But if you listen to certain interviews that he had, Chris Watts said that Survey 319 had the least amount of oil in it. It had a leak. Who's the one that checks these out? Who's the one that checks the levels? Who's the one that alerts when things go wrong, as in safety with a leak? Nichol Kessinger. She's the one that literally told Chris, and again, I have to say this in my opinion and my thoughts, because I can't say it's for a fact, but the woman literally had to watch the levels of all different oil sites. And when there was a leak, she had to know there was a leak. So Chris sent her that picture. and that with the oil site being ready for decommission in September, they both thought this was going to be the exact right place for a demolition because the oil levels were low. It wasn't pumping out oil. There was no pump there, to be honest. But again, the oil levels. She was in charge of the oil levels. She was back at Anadarko watching these levels. And with them only being, because Chris said one of them was like 2 feet deep and the other one was like 5 foot deep. I could be off a foot or so in each one. And the reason why Shanann didn't go into the tank, because obviously there was no way for her to go into the tank because the hole was literally 8 to 9 inches in diameter and was only big enough for the girls to be unfortunately put inside. But I think on their end, they thought, hey, this is August. We're getting closer to September. This place is getting ready to get dismantled, destroyed, level out. Why not put them in there? And then when it's destroyed and leveled out, nobody's going to go back out there. I think also they thought that the oil was going to start degrading, or not degrading, but destroying tissue, which in some cases it can, but it's not like acid or something, or battery acid or whatever kind of chemical that would do that. But I honestly think that they were trying to do their homework and trying to see if this would be a feasible possibility, and that she was probably looking at all the different because I was thinking about that the other day too. We don't actually know why Survey 319 was actually chosen. And I think the reason why it was chosen, because this was the only site that had the less amount of oil, would be the less likely for anybody to go out there. There was an oil spill already out there. So Chris would have the reason to go out there to fix the issue. And then the girls going inside the oil wouldn't have caused much of a different variance in fluctuation. So that's why I think this was picked. I don't know. I could be right. I could be totally wrong. But then this place was also destroyed in December of 2018. Later on, after everything was gone through and so forth like that. But that's why I think Shanann was unfortunately buried out in the gravel, because also I don't think that they thought they were going to get caught. I don't think that they thought that somebody was going to find them or come to after Shanann and say, hey, her stuff is still here. They thought they were going to have time and they were going to be able to say, oh yeah, she walked off, or she left me to punish me because I told her I don't think we're in love anymore. I think we should separate. So she took the kids and ran off. I think that's eventually what they wanted us to believe. But because Nicole Atkinson came in and saved pretty much the day, and then we had the next door neighbor, Nate, showing us on his camera, I don't think they thought those two people were going to get in the way. I'm pretty sure that they thought they were going to get away with this. It was just going to be another murder that was going to go unsolved, or a missing persons case unsolved, whatever have you. Again, it's only my opinions, my thoughts, only alleged. I can't say it's a fact, but I'd like to know what you guys think on that. The whole dark thing, it's a far-fetched idea. I mean, she did things with crystals. She did things practicing certain magics and SCX magics. She had a SCX therapist. It's kind of coincidental, a little worrisome. I mean, she did give that weird drink tea to Chris. So I don't know about that part. I just thought I'd throw that in there with this part that I believe in. Just for those that have probably not seen my OTO video. I think I made it like 9 months ago, I think, somewhere into the crime community. But again, just something of thought. Please let me know your thoughts down below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. And we will see you guys in the next video. Please take care, be safe, and as always, keep nerding on. We'll see you guys in the next video.